Missed out. Maybe you can pick up a winner in race number 5 at Moonee Valley. Here's Kenny Callender.
Thanks, Maxie. Yes, there's been a few price changes. The favourite's tightened a little bit, so there's plenty of money for him. I don't want to blame anyone. I want Blame to win. Here we go. Moving away as a scratching. Blame is actually 6s into 11-2 from our first call. Greg Childs, the rider. Valdezere, a hot favourite at 7-4. Stephen King, a very good rider on Valdezere. Durham Rivers at 25-1. Turnout is 6.5-1 or 13-2. No Mortal is a scratching. Pavash at 10-1. Typhoon Bend is out from 9s to 10s. Fiscal Bandit is stage solid at 9-1. King Tell is a 20-1 chance. Shushtar is a scratching. Ritual Star is at 20-1. Golden Spring is a 33-0-1 chance. Dancing Jug at 14-1. Regal Rourke at 30-1, and the bottom 2 weren't required. As you can see, they're starting to go in at the mile at Moonee Valley there. The actual distance of the race is 1,619 metres. We get the odd distance, the extra 19, because of the false rail, or the movable rail, as it should be more correctly called, is out from its normal position. So we get an odd distance. Okay, the horse I'm tipping is Blame, as I told you. Blame is a mount for Greg Childs, and Blame races in lime colours. To quote it straight from the book, it is lime with a blue star and a blue cap. If you're looking for the favourite, Valdezere, we just had him up on screen there a moment ago. There he is there. He races, of course, as you can see, in black with a white V, red sleeves and a white cap. And the jockey, the boy who won the Melbourne Cup on Let's Elope a few years ago, is Stephen King. You'd think that barriers should be very important at Moonee Valley because it's a turning course. However, it's the one track where horses seem to be able to cover a little bit of ground and still get the prize. I mention that because Valdezere is drawn to the outside of the field in barrier 15, but Stephen King knows his way around the valley, and I'm sure he'll give him his chance. Blame is in the middle of the field in barrier 10, and her rider is Greg Childs, who used to be the stable rider for Bart Cummings. Repeating, Blame is in lime colours with a blue star and a blue cap. Okay, well, I think that's about all I need to say here. I think we might cross now to the valley, where the action actually is, and join our caller, John Russell.
Valdezere, written by Stephen King, who won him last start. Now, what's happening here with Pavash? An adjustment being made to the bridle, is it? Or is it being the whole saddle coming off? So we may have a late scratching here, perhaps. I see the starter, Ross Bradfield, moving across to the telephone. And Pavash is the one that looks like coming out here, number 7. Number 7, Pavash, almost certainly will not take his place in the field. And now we'll just await the announcement here. Meanwhile, Fiscal Bandit coming in. You can take it for sure that Pavash will be out. Valdezere coming up. Valdezere last to go in. Starter still speaking on the telephone, obviously, with the Chief Stipe Henry Stewart. And Pavash, a late scratching from the Country Trainers plate. Put the pencil through Pavash. The other runners all in the stall, set to go. 6-4 Valdezere, 11-2 Blame, 11-2 Turnout. Warning siren sounds. And the late scratching Pavash in race 5 here at the Valley. Golden Spring standing up well. Dancing Jug makes a good line. Ritual Star is set. Regal Rourke. Fiscal Bandit in the centre. Turnout is further out. He looks well weighted today, Turnout, with a very light weight, with a claim for Adam Findlay. Valdezere standing up well. He's drawn the extreme outside. And the starter about to move to his platform. Yes, he's out. Officially out, Pavash. All ready to go. Country Trainers plate. Starter moves to his rostrum, about to press the button. They're ready. Should go. Set. Off. Golden Spring jump well on the inside with Ritual Star beginning quickly as Regal Rourke, and over towards the inside. Dancing Jug got out very quickly. Fiscal Bandit just in behind them, followed by Turnout, Typhoon Bend, Durham Rivers, Valdezere very wide with Blamer, and King Teller's dropped out to last. Going to the first turn, Regal Rourke takes the lead, a half length to Dancing Jug, a length and a half Typhoon Bend. They're followed by Turnout, who's over on the outside there of Ritual Star. 1 length back along the inside, Golden Spring, followed by Durham Rivers and Blame moving forward. Just in behind them, Valdezere is third last in a compact field, followed by by Fiscal Bandit, and King Teller's last of all. Along the back, just over 1,000 to go, and Dancing Jug the leader. Led a half length to Regal Rourke, a length and a half further back to Ritual Star, followed by Turnout and Typhoon Ben on the outside of Golden Springer. Blame is just in behind them, followed by Valdezere to the outsider, and they were followed by Fiscal Bandit. Round the outsiders, Durham Rivers and King Tellers. They come down towards the 700. Dancing Jug a half length on Regal Rourke, a length and a half further back. Ritual Star moving up, just in behind them is Typhoon Ben, and Turnout is handy on the outside, being followed next then by Golden Springers getting a runner. Blame is in behind them, followed by Valdezere, and further back Durham Rivers is dropping out of it. Fiscal Bandit is well back, and King Teller up towards the home turn. It's Regal Rourke on the outside and Dancing Jug together. About a length and a half to Turnout, followed by Golden Spring, and right around them Valdezere making ground but hard ridden. Further back then Ritual Star, followed by Blame, who can't go on at the moment. Fiscal Bandit is next as they make the home turn. Regal Rourke on the outside takes a slight lead with Dancing Jug. Turnout is coming home fairly well down the outside, followed by Valdezere. Halfway down the straight, Regal Rourke takes the lead from Dancing Jug, and Valdezere starting to fly down the outside, but Regal Rourke's in front close to home. Valdezere, Turnout flying. Regal Rourke will win it. Regal Rourke has won from Valdezere second, and nose away third Dancing Jug. Then Turnout there, followed next home by Golden Spring and Ritual Star from Blame. Further back Fiscal Bandit, followed by King Tell, Durham Rivers, and the last to finish in the event is Typhoon Ben.
15, 3 and 14 the numbers. Regal Rourke $32 even, $7.50 a place. Valdezere $1.40, Dancing Jug $4 even. Now, AFL, several games on today. Let's have a look at progress scores. Melbourne and Hawthorn, the Hawks up 5.
I give you them. There was a slight change to our dividends that we gave you in Melbourne because of that late scratching, which was one of the favoured runners. The numbers again were 15, 3 and 14, and the correct dividends are $30.30 for the win, $7 exactly the place, $1.30 for second, and $3.70 for third. Okay, here we go with Sydney, and this is the race I told you about, the race for all the greys. Look out for the ghosts. Number 1, Silverado, is at 7 to 1. Your Popper at 10 to 1. I'm pretty keen on Getaway. He knows how to get beaten, but I think this is his ideal race. He's at 4 to 1. Wacko Lash is the favourite at 7 to 4. Will need a little bit of luck from his wide barrier. Le Snow at 20. Rhythm Review 16. Mr. Ritz 25. 12 Proud Kingston. 30C 33 Sol Rasol. 15 Argumentative. 16 to 1 Caraback. 20 to 1 Sarwell, and the 4 reserves were not required. Back to you, boys.
Good on you, Ken. In Florence last night, the Australian Davis Cup team met in Italy in their quarter-final rubber. After the first 2 singles matches, it was one...
Good on you, Max. Yep, this is the race the Sydney Turf Club put on once a year for the all-grey horses, and whether you back the winner or not, you've got to admit it's a truly spectacular sight. Kevin Moses, the glamour jockey, is the rider carrying most public money per medium of a horse called Wakul Ash. There he is now in the dark blue with the Maltese cross and the orange sleeves. Ken, an excellent second recently at Randwick in the race won by Red Machine, but that was 1,600 metres 3 weeks ago. It's a big job to come back to 1,300 today. Do you think he can do it?
Johnny's got a wide alley, and I think that's against him. I think he's got a hell of a chance, but I've got my cash on Getaway and the All Cerise. I think if he races truly, he'll beat him. I hope he'll beat him. Here are the odds. Number 1, Silverado, is into 6 to 1. Number 2, Your Popper, into 8 to 1. Getaway, my tip was 4s, now into 7 to 2, 3.5 to 1, as Wakul Ash gets out to 2 to 1, the favourite. Le Snow at 20s, Rhythm Review at 20 to 1, Mr. Ritz, a flash name, at 25 to 1, Proud Kingston at 14 to 1, Sol Rasol at 44.0, Argumentative at 12 to 1, Caraback at 16 to 1, Sarwell at 20s. The 4 reserves weren't required. A sensational day already here at Rosehill. We've had 2 protests upheld. I hope if I get the money here, I don't lose it on protest. Here's Johnny.
Good, Ken. They're set, starter coming over, and they're about to break, and they'll be right on time here. A day of incidents at Rosehill. 2 protests have been upheld so far. A day of sensations. Now they steady. Ready to go in the Grey Stars. Argumentative, the inside runner. The gates open, they're off and running, and there's a beautiful start. They came out in a perfect line, going to be hard to find a leader. Argumentative is one of them. Caraback is away quickly. Getaway is going up fast soon after the start, followed by Yo Popper, and then Rhythm Review, and Le Snow is working very hard from an outside gate. Sol Rasol can't get on the track, neither can Wakul Ash, and then Proud Kingston, followed by Mr. Ritz. Silverado getting a long way back, and Sarwell can't go the pace, has dropped out last around the first corner. Getaway working very hard out deep, has gone up now to take a narrow lead over Carabac, followed by Argumentative. Running fourth, Le Snow, and a bit more than a length to Yo Papa, ridden along. And then Waku Lash losing ground, Sol Rasol, followed by Proud Kingston as they near the turn. Further back, Silverada, and then Rhythm Review, followed by Mr. Ritz and Sarwell at the tail of the field as they come around the turn. Straightening up, it's Argumentative and Getaway, with Getaway taking a narrow lead. In between them, Carabac under pressure, followed by Yo Papa, Proud Kingston. Waku Lash is winding up, and further out Silverada and Sarwell as they come to the 200 mark. Getaway is just the leader. Yo Papa the first to grab it. Argumentative battling on, followed by Waku Lash and Silverada. Yo Papa hit the lead 100 out from Getaway and Argumentative. It's Getaway and Yo Papa. They come to the line locked together. Yo Papa did best and beat Getaway. Proud Kingston has got up to run third in front of Waku Lash. Argumentative close up, Silverada and Sarwell wide out, followed by Mr. Ritz and Carabac, and then Le Snow, and the last couple are Rhythm Review and Sol Rasol in the Grey Stars.
Well, I don't want to sound as though I'm talking through my pocket, but God strike me pink, how far should Getaway a one by? You're back D. Beedman from 5 Alley, and he's 3 wide all the way. Not one of your better ones, Darren. And as you can see there, Yo Papa goes home just a little bit too good. And number 2, Yo Papa, will pay $6.30 and $2.30. Number 3, Getaway, $1.80. And diving through the middle to run third, number 8, Proud Kingston, will pay $4 for the place. Boys, back to you, Kenny, but I should have got the cash there, son.
Good on you, Ken. I get the distinct impression that Kenny Callender was not real happy about Getaway's run there. More to say about that a little later, I guess. Bledisloe Cup.
On race 6, Yo Papa, Yo, $6.30 and $2.30. Getaway, brilliantly ridden. Just ask Kenny Callender. $1.80 and Proud Kingston, $4 even. Let's have a look at the AFL matches.
Good on you, Max. Well, there's a very, very good filly in the race coming up by the name of Rich Pageantry, who's put together a sequence of wins. She's won 9 out of 13 in all. She has plenty of weight today, and she's drawn out off the track, so she's going to have to be very, very good to win. And she's skinny odds too, Ken, probably too skinny for the rank and file punter.
Exactly, John. She is a short price, but golly, she'll be hard to beat. She's won 6 in a row, and if it hadn't been for losing a race on protest, it'd be about 8 in a row. And there she is, top jockey Kevin Moses, top trainer Jack Denham. She looks a picture of condition. Oh, I think I've still got to run down to back her. Let's look at the price. Number 1, Rich Pageantry, is showing $2.50 for $1. That's odds of 6 to 4. She'll race near the lead all the way. Rough Rider at 40, 4-0 to 1. Top Comedian is an 11 to 1 chance into 10 to 1. Hysterical is at 14 to 1 into 12 to 1. Running John is getting out almost to 40 to 1. Number 6, All Our Mob, is now out to 3 to 1. Calamarco is a 40 to 1 chance. Legesta at 25s. Stavros is a scratching. Provocation keeps firming into 9 to 2 now. That's more like his right price. 20 to 1 Ardent Dancer, 50 Sir Spenner, and our Red Star at 66 to 1. Clickety click, as they say. Okay, well, that is Provocation going in now. Most of them lined up. Here's your caller, Johnny Tapp.
Good, Ken. It's the Ladro Winter Handicap. And some Ladro, of course, will constitute part of the trophies on the race. And I know some members of the public have had the opportunity to win Ladro here today at Rose Hill on a free day. Everybody in free. Now the starter coming over as the last couple move in. Rough Rider has shaped up and they look all set. Leicester is the inside runner with Ken Russell on board. Light flashing on top. They look set and away they go. There's a beautiful start. Ardent Dancer first to break that line of horses. Provocation began well. All Our Mob is scooting to the lead. Running John is coming over hard from an outside gate and he's going to burn them all off. Running John took over at the end of 200 to lead All Our Mob. Provocation, Sir Spanner running fourth. Close handy then is Leicester on the inside of Ardent Dancer. Rich Pageantry is out 3 deep around that first turn. There's trouble there. Leicester got a check. He dropped back sharply. Top Comedian's in that bunch, followed by Our Red Star, then Hysterical and Rough Rider, and last Calamarco. Coming down the side at the 700 mark, and Provocation went to the lead now over Sir Spanner on the outside. All Our Mob third between horses. Rich Pageantry on the outside, on the fence Running John, and then Ardent Dancer followed closely by Leicester. Midfield is Top Comedian with Our Red Star, Rough Rider and Hysterical, and last Calamarco as they corner. Into the straight now, the leader Provocation, Sir Spanner on the outside, and here comes Rich Pageantry cruising up to them, followed by All Our Mob putting in a dash, and then Running John coming to the 200 mark, and All Our Mob went past them as though they were tied to the fence. Look at that acceleration. All Our Mob left Rich Pageantry standing. All Our Mob has burst about 3 in front of Rich Pageantry, followed by Running John, but they've all got pneumonia behind All Our Mob, who races away to win by 4 lengths or more to Rich Pageantry. Ardent Dancer has run third, then Running John, Our Red Star, Provocation, followed by Calamarco, Top Comedian, Rough Rider, Lay Jester, Sir Spanner, and Hysterical pulled up with the tail enders.
Yeah, everybody in for free today. I wish they'd have left me out for free. I've been on this horse his last 2 runs, but there was no excuses for anything else today. He was too good, All Our Mob, and he steamed away, number 6. He's going to pay $4.20 the win, $1.60 the place. The favourite, the second, the supposed bird, Rich Pageantry. She's a good mare. She never give up. She tried right to the line. She'll pay $1.40 for the place. And coming home for third, number 11, Ardent Dancer, will pay $4.10. That was the story of the second leg in Sydney. We'll be back shortly with the second leg in Melbourne.
Yes, Kenny, take a deep breath and maybe in the next one. Stick around too, because those mad British touring car teams turn on the tightest racing you've ever seen. That later in the show. We'll have more after this.
Very easy winner, $4.20 and $1.60. Rich Pageantry, $1.40, and Ardent Dancer, $4.10. Shortly to Melbourne. Checking up on today's AFL matches. Melbourne playing Hawthorn, progressive score. Hawthorn in front, 10 goals 6 to Melbourne's 8 goals 9. St Kilda and Geelong. Saints well in front here, 15 goals 12 to Geelong, 9 goals 10. Fitzroy and Carlton leads this one. They come from behind, 12-11 to Fitzroy's 10 goals 7. Collingwood and Footscray, and this one Collingwood seem to have in control at 14 goals 12 to Footscray's 8 goals 11. Now, the Aussie women cricketers have been embroiled in something of a controversy over sledging in England as they prepared for the Women's World Cup.
Bear, I'd hate to tell you the sort of time I'm having, but I've got my very last, my absolute last on Go Rami. Let's hope it can win. Native Zam is at 6-1. Flamingo Cloud is a scratching. Go Rami is a 4-1 chance. Go Rami. Rod Griffiths, the rider, 8-1 Sir Richard, 12-1 Change of Fortune, 16-1-6 Robbie's Delight. Mantova is at 9-1, Ash Strong at 25-1, Skybird at 9-2, Black Ninja at 20-1, Godsong is a 9-1 chance, Prav, one of the roughies, at 40-1, 33 Menanara, 30-1 State Ben, 30-1 Sharp Suit, and 33-1 Orlando Magic. Turn to Rain is a scratching. Okay, we can see they're having a little bit of trouble getting one in there. That is the grey, which would be Robbie's Delight, and I think you'll find that the barrier attendants are pretty expert. They're actually tightening the girth strap there to make sure that everything's A-OK before they put it into the barrier. Okay, this is another race over the 1,619 metres at Moonee Valley. As I told you, it's a circular track, but horses can make up ground out deep. Robbie's Delight, the horse you see there, the grey horse, has won his last 3, but in much easier company at Traralgon, Kyneton, and again at Traralgon on the 26th of June. He'll be ridden by S. Knoll. As you can see, most of the other horses are out behind the line, so it's going to be a minute or two before we get everything in order. They're running late already. It's just after starting time, which was advertised at 3:55 Eastern Standard Time. It's about 3:56 at the moment. The horse I've tipped you, Go Rami, has also won its last 3. Rod Griffiths, the jockey, trained by Robbie Griffiths down at Cranbourne. It won at Pakenham in June, followed up with a win at Sandown. Just got there that day to beat Flamingo Cloud, and then went to Bendigo last start on July the 6th, which is about 11 days ago, and got the cash again, winning by about a length and a half, or a length and a quarter to be exact. Go Rami, as I said, is showing at 4-1 on the tote. The early tote call was about 5s. It's tightened up. It's starting from barrier 4, and it'll race in navy blue and pink diagonal stripes with white sleeves and a white cap. Still tightening that girth strap on Robbie's Delight. Robbie's Delight will be easily distinguished because of his grey colouring. Okay, boys, come on, get moving. We've got to get it going at least somewhere near time, and I'm sure that's something like the words that the starter is saying at the moment. Okay, let's have a look at these tote prices just once again, I think, and we'll try and make. We've got a late call in from the TAB. Just a chance to give this. Native Zam now, the TAB number 1, is into 5-1. Flamingo Cloud is a scratching. Go Rami is a 7-2 chance. Keeps firming. I don't mind as long as it wins. Sir Richard is still at 8-1. Change of Fortune is at 12 to 1. 20 to 1 now, Robbie's Delight. Mantona is in a couple of points from 9s into 7s, a bit of money for it. As Strong out to 30 to 1. Skybird solid at 9 to 2. Black Ninja out a little to 25 to 1. God Song out 2 to 11 to 1. They're just about all in, I think, now. Prav is at 50 to 1. The others are all rough. We won't miss the start. We're across now to our caller, John Russell.
Set to go. Off they run, and Menanara on the inside, the first to jump in advance of Go Rami, who skipped out pretty well. And away quickly also Sir Richard showing speed, followed by Mantova. Robbie's Delight behind them. Prav over on the inside, going forward there. At the head of the others, Our Strong being followed by Black Ninja, who's racing deep, followed by Orlando Magica. And they were being followed further back in the field by Sharp Suit. Dropping in behind them there is God Songer. And tailing out to last is Skybird. Going around that back turner. And Menanara on the inside, about a neck clear of Sir Richard. A length further back in third place is Robbie's Delight, followed closely by Mantova. Just in behind them, Go Rami. Further back then, State Ben. Then Change of Fortune. A length to Prav on the inside of going around them, Black Ninja. And out over on the outside there, making some ground, Native Zam being followed by Our Strong, who's well back at that pointer. And a good long gap back behind them. Then came Orlando Magic, and they were followed next over on the inside by Sharp Suit. God Song is well back. And Skybird taken to the outside is making a run. Down the school side, 750 to go. Robbie's Delight has gone to the front here by a half length to Mantova. State Ben is third. Hard ridden on the inside is Menanara, and they were being followed further back in the field. Making up some ground there is Sir Richard and Prav coming into the picture. And Change of Fortune, How Strong on the inside. Native Zam commencing a run. Go Rami's got back in the field, and further back in the field a Sharp Suit as they come around the home turn. Robbie's Delight travelling well's got away. About 2 lengths to State Ben and running on pretty well. Change of Fortune, Menanara. They're followed further back there by Native Zam and How Strong as they straighten up. But Robbie's Delight's got a handy break at the top of the straight, going strongly. Robbie's Delight by 3 lengths to Marinara. And down the outside, finishing on at the head of the others, Change of Fortune, followed by Our Strong and then Native Zam. But Robbie's Delight has got it shot to bits in the final stages. It'll bolt in. Marinara hanging on for second. Third home, Change of Fortune. They're followed by Our Strong and then Native Zam and Sir Richard Skybird. Further back in the field then, at the head of the others came Sharp Suit, followed by Orlando Magic and God Song, Never a Threat. And further back at the head of the others, well back in the field there is Go Rami, one of the tail enders, and also a long way back Mantova in company with Black Ninja.
6, 13 and 5. Robbie's Delight, $19.40 and $5.40. Menanara, $11.40 and Change of Fortune, $4.70. Told you we'll talk about swimming. South Australian swimmer Phil Rogers. He's returned to his brilliant best with a...
Shane Dye was found guilty by the stewards today of careless riding in the second race on the program, which he won on a horse owned by his wife. Not only did the filly Blonde Ambition lose the race on protest, but in a sensational aftermath, Jockey Dye was outed by the stewards until the 18th of September, and that's about double the normal sentence. Principal race today was the Winter Cup, and Ken Russell rides a perfect race on Caladan.
Caladan, the leader at the 200 mark. Donegal Mist in second place, trying desperately to pick up the leader, but Caladan's got a good break. Donegal Mist can't make any headway under the top weight. Caladan's holding him at bay, and Caladan's going to win well in the Butter Menthol Winter Cup. A perfect ride by Kenny Russell.
Trained by Jack Denham, who also had a big day. Caladan at 4 to 1, Donegal Mist at 9 to 4, equal favourite, and Linda's Lass was third at 7 to 1. Watch the 3-year-old All Our Mob storm to victory in the Winter Handicap.
First about 3 in front of Rich Pageantry, followed by Running John, but they've all got pneumonia behind All Our Mob, who races away to win by 4 lengths or more to Rich Pageantry.
Darren Beedman rode that horse, and he's really improved All Our Mob at 3 to 1. Rich Pageantry at 6 to 4 favourite, and Ardent Dancer ran third at 16 to 1. They're a pretty good mob. His brother was a fair horse too, All Archie.
Runs in the family.
Sure does.
Thanks, John. The weather is next. Then Sydney's Jurassic Sand Park.